Hey everyone, Wyatt here. Today we've got a Honda CRF230F that I'll be working on. It has been sitting for a while and it's not popping, not running right, not starting right. So we're going to delve into the carburetor as per the usual and let's have a look at it. So it's an electric start, it's got a battery, air cooled, you know, fun little dirt bike. We have the carburetor on this side. Pretty accessible for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and pull the plastic off, the seat off, and the plastic that goes around the tank here. It's just literally one bolt. That should give me full access to get into the carb, but I'll show you all that in a second. We'll throw a little air in the tires after we're done. First things I did is I just talked to the customer, of course, and the battery, he's pretty sure is drained down, so I have a charger. I'm going to pull the battery out. He already took this cover off, so all I'm going to do is take this bolt out and then the bolt of the battery, put it on the bench and stick it on the charger while I'm doing the other things. I can get a whiff of I can get just a smell of the carb, the fuel, and it's pretty bad. And he knows, it's been sitting for a while, he's had this done before, so he's no stranger to what's going on. Alright, let me get the other camera set up and we'll get into it. Alright, so most of the work will be on this side. I'm going to set the camera over here. Again, I just want to get this plastic off. There's the bolt right here. You can use either a standard or a Phillips. This whole piece literally just pops out. There's a little tab right here and on the back, so right here on the bike and right here. You also have access to the air box now too. I want to get the seat off, so the seat has a bolt right here and one on the other side which is already removed. Just eyeballing it, it looks like a 12. There's a 12 millimeter. There's also a 12. Now that's out, the seat should come right up. That's it. Just has a little a groove right here that goes up in here. And then the air cleaner looks beautiful. Take a look at the air cleaner, looks amazingly good. See, it's really good in there. So again, my goal is to get that carb. We can get it out. To do that, I'm gonna get this tank up and out of the way. That tank looks like it's bolted in with this rubber piece right here, and then two 8mm bolts. I can get around them without bending the plastic. Okay, so we're working on getting the tank off. So I'm going to turn the fuel to off. There's a little arrow right here. It lines up to off. This clamp was already pulled back on me, so I'm just going to stick the needle nose in. I'm not going to pinch. I'm just going to lightly put it in and just give it a little pull like this. It's going to drip a little bit of fuel. It's not going to be too bad. And there we go. Alright, so now this is disconnected. Other bolt's out, so I just need to pull this bolt out right here. I see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to pull this bolt out right here. And this rubber clamp up here. And the tank's going to come right off. So the rubber piece right here. Just you got to use some force. Pull this rubber hose out. There's your tank. Yay! There's like nothing in that tank. Now we have great access to the carburetor here. pretty simple setup. It has a idle adjustment in the middle, and then it's a push me pull me setup here. Carb on the bench, so we're going to start by loosening these clamp bolts here. Clamps on the bolt. So it'll give us the ability for the carb to move a little bit on us. There we go. Now again, this is going to be kind of tricky because it's not going to want to move with this cable in the center here. Alright, we're back, and the goal is to get these off. We'll take a 10 millimeter. So we're going to loosen this back part up. We'll in turn loosen the nut up. Let's be able to pull this thing down. Now we can pull the cable right out. Now to get to the bottom one, there's a double nut thing going on here. Stick the 10 in here and hold it. See, I just took the assembly right out, and now we'll take it over to the bench. Okay, so here we are. We've got the carburetor out. It's 2005 Honda CRF230F. Just going to start by unscrewing the 3 screws. Alright, very typical of sitting. Not 100% terrible. We got the varnish in there, definitely. So now let's get into the rest of it. This is the main culprit right here, is the pilot right here. You can see that pretty well. It's right here. And then you got this little hood deal right here. Generally sits only one way. And usually it lines up with the overflow. So this is taking out the whole main jet and the jet needle here. Not too dirty, not too bad. Main jet, so rare they ever even clog. That was great. So looking at running a 102 right now. You can see a little bit of buildup here inside. That's not bad. So I want to take out the float here. I use a little Allen, this is a 1.5 millimeter. Just stick it in, slide it straight down. So to pop the pin out, and allow you to take the float, have a look inside the seat. And you want to look at this rubber piece to see if there's any damage, any cracks, strange wear marks. Looks good. And then I wanted to get to okay, I can see no light through it. Can blow in it, nothing. So I'll let this soak. Get some carb clean over here for a minute. I'm also going to check the, see where it's set for the pilot here. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, close to 2. So we'll pull this out. Gonna be a spring in here. Oh, there it is. It's generally an O-ring too. The O-ring doesn't always like to come out. Ooh, it was actually in there sideways. Okay, so the O-ring was in there all jacked up. I don't want to say sideways, but it wasn't happy, that's for sure. Come on, there it is. So it's part of it. I'll blow the rest out, and I have extra ones in my box of carbonator pots. To look at the slide here. I'll pop this off. It was pretty loose. That's not necessarily a good thing. Operate the slide with my left hand, which is basically doing the throttle, right? Hold it open, wide open. Take a 1.5 millimeter Allen, and I just get in here, and then I get up in here. There we go. And I just pull it straight forward. That's it. So that pops the spring off, right? Spring is off. Then I can wiggle this piece right here. And the slide can come out. Now, it might not quite clear all the way, and all you have to do is pull the center screw out. I didn't need to do it, so you pull the center, and this whole piece will slide straight up. Vroom, vroom. Okay, back together. All right, together, easier said than done, right? Okay, let's line these two up. Put it together. This is actually a little groove in here in the center for the spring. So what I'll do is I'll put the spring on the bottom first. So I'll hook it in, right? And then I'm just going to take a little pair of needle nose, grab onto it, pull it straight forward, and let it flip over. Now you're in place. Vroom vroom all day. Alright, got her all cleaned up. Blew the jet out with about 110 psi of air. Put her back in together. It's 98% cleaner than it was. That 2% I think is negligible at this point. The center is a 7 millimeter. Just slide this back into place. I thought this looked really bent. So if you look here, somebody has really bent this float tab. It's crazy bent. Like, I don't even know why the heck you bend it so much. I'm going to bend it back. I'll bend it some more. It's still pretty far out there. It's crazy far. What we want is the float to be shutting right about. That's close. That's close. A tiny bit more. Good. I'm happy with that. I put this little hood vent back on. There's just little lines right here. Just line it up right in there. See how it fits in the line, the groove, I guess. Put the 3 screws back in. The hardest part's going to be doing the throttle linkage. The hardest part of this whole job, I think. Alright, back together. Let's go put it back in the bike. Follow me! Okay, so from the outside here, with the carburetor not all the way in, I'm going to go ahead and install the bottom cable. It's actually going to be my easiest choice here to make my life a tiny bit easier. Tighten it when I get it back in there. So this cable I'm just going to push up out of the way. I'm going to route this vent hose is actually being annoying. It needs to go down. Fuel line needs to go that way. I'm just gonna wiggle it right on in. Come on. Fuel line being a pain here. Alright. So the intake is in on the motor side. The air cleaner side, get in there. Pops in. There's a groove right up here that lines straight up, and then you want that to be flush and this back part to be flush, and you're in. Now let's get that top cable on there, tighten up those oopsies. Now I've got some play in the throttle. Vroom vroom. Okay. Happy there. I couldn't see it very well, but sorry, just had to get these good and tight. And then I'll do this, line this thing back up, do the clamps. The battery's at about 90+% charge. That's pretty good. Tank right back down. It's actually 2 bolts in the front. And then there's a rubber piece right here, right? You take it, you push it down, lock it in place. Again, there's a little hole right here. It's going to line up with this. Bolt, the nut that's going to slide through right here. I'll reinstall this side cover, which again, tab right here, tab back here, slide her on in. Alright. Oh, it's been down. Most bikes have been down. The dirt bike, right? Okay, we're going to go back in with the battery. I just want to go over a couple things with you. I already cleaned off the terminals and set the battery in here. Some dielectric grease. Just going to squirt it on in there, put it all over, get her all over everything. Positive side first, then your negative side. Always try to leave stuff better than you got it. So when I got here, this piece was not sitting up here. There. Now we'll do the negative side. Make sure the key's off, right? This one, the key's off. Okay, now we can put this back on. Hear that? Clutch chatter. Let me bring you down here. You can listen to the clutch. I have a suspicion it's got some chatter. Take a listen in here when I pull the clutch. Hear it? I'll let the customer know. He's selling it, so I don't think he's going to care, but I'll let him know. Pretty good amount of chatter. Chatter! Okay. Got it running. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching today. We got the Honda CRF230 up and running. Charge the battery and whatnot. And clean the carburetor. So hope you liked the video, hope it was helpful to you in some way, and if you did enjoy it, like and subscribe. Alright, take it easy. Bye!